Hey, good morning, listeners. Welcome to another thought provoking episode of 5G60 Pulse. I'm your host, Modi Dharani, and today we are diving deep into a topic close to both our hearts and our health. How should modern medical care look like in the era of telco plus AI? Telco plus AI is nothing but telecom plus AI. From what I have seen personally, there is still a long way to go when it comes to improving our healthcare system, especially at the ground level. And I am not just saying this, I am speaking from what I have seen over the last 5 months during a very tough phase in my life. Recently and unfortunately, I had to visit several hospitals. What I observed was striking. Hospital in tier 1 cities were quite good. Their approach was to how can we serve better. On the other hand, the approach of hospitals in tier 2 cities was how can we get better. You could feel the difference. While the care seemed professional on the surface, but deep down something did not feel right. There was a pattern I could not ignore. A string of unnecessary pathology tests, automated routines that overlooked the patient's comfort, inflected bills, and most concerning of all, treatment that felt mechanical rather than meaningful. I'm not pointing out any hospital here, but it got me thinking, can AI and telecom revolutionize healthcare the way smartphone changed communication? Can we build a system that consistent across all hospitals, no matter where you go or who is in charge? Let's explore what the future of healthcare could really look like. So here, how we are going to break this down. I have divided the whole topic into seven clear segments, starting from where the system is broken today to how AI can step in, what the future vision look like, the challenges we need to face, and finally a solid call to action. Let's walk through it step by step. Come to this segment one, the broken system, where we are today. Let's be real. Walk into a big corporate hospital, especially in tier 2 city, and you will witness a healthcare model that feels more commercial than caring. A flood of unnecessary tests are prescribed routinely, not always for medical necessity, but to inflate the bill. Blood samples are drawn at fixed times, regardless of whether the patient is sleeping, weak, or need of rest. No personalized diet planning, only testless trace with no regard to boosting the patient's immunity or supporting natural healing. And when it comes to home care or recovery support, there's little no guidance, leaving patients and families to navigate the healing journey on their own. The system in its current form is expensive, robotic, and inefficient. But guess what? We are standing at the edge of a revolution, a wave powered by AI and next generation telephone infrastructures like 5G and 6G. What if AI could flag the necessity of a test based on clinical history and evidence? Should it care be more human centered and adaptive? Now let's come to the segment two, where AI should intervene. Let's take a moment and imagine a whole new healthcare system where telco AI is not just a buzzword but a true game changer. Here, how this could really work. AI driven test recommendation first. Forgot those big fixed test packages. Now imagine AI stepping into and say, based on the patient's vitals, symptoms, and history, only these three tests are needed. The rest won't change the treatment. No more unnecessary tests, no more inflated bill, just precise need based diagnostic. Come to the second one, personalized nutrition plan. Instead of that bland hospital tray, AI looks at your blood markers, immunity levels, and current condition, generate a personalized daily food plan loaded with green leaves, super important, seasonal fruits, and antioxidants. Research suggests that a diet rich in antioxidants may lower the risk of various diseases. Some researches indicate that antioxidant can boost the immune system. It is not just about calories, it is about healing. Now, come to the next point where AI intervene. Dynamic rest protocol. Ever had a nurse wake up you just to draw blood? Now, picture this. AI syncing with nurse schedules and saying, patient is resting, delay blood collection by 45 minutes. Respecting rest, which is a critical for recovery. Now, come to the second one. Telco driven remote monitoring using 5G enabled or 6G enabled sensors and wearables. Doctor can remotely monitor vitals like blood pressure, sugar, oxygen saturation in real time. Let's look into the virtual care room with AR, augmented reality, and what VR, virtual reality, and high speed telecom. A remote doctor consultation feel like in person visit, reducing unnecessary hospitalization. Not take a look on the home ICU setup. Yes, you heard that right. With the right AI tool plus telecom infra, many treatment can now be administered at home with real-time alerts sent to specialist. So these are the all points where AI can intervene. Now come to the segment 3, real life use cases. If I talk about the use case 1, smarter test recommendation, a hospital in Finland that rolled out an AI driven diagnostic system. It uses patient history, current vitals, and symptoms and suggests only the tests that are actually necessary at that moment. It cut down unnecessary tests by 37%. That means less medical waste, lower cost, and quick treatment without compromising care. Use case number 2, virtual ICU rounds. Back here in India, Apollo Hospital piloted something powerful, a 5G based remote ICU monitoring system. Senior doctor did not have to be physically present at ICU. They could monitor real time vitals and guide junior staff from anywhere. It is like doing ICU rounds virtually. Now, take a look at use case 3, personalized diet plan. Healing start with the right plate. Some AI startups like Nutrigenomics are offering personalized diet plan based on genetics and inventory status. Imagine this tech integrated with hospital kitchen. And we all know healing start with the right food. And now imagine AI designing a meal plan tailored to get genetic and immunity status. Startup, as I said, Nutrigenomics are already doing this. So every patient get the nutrition they actually need to recover faster. If you have noticed that I am giving more attention to immunity, especially to green leaves, because I have developed a strong belief in the healing power of green leaves. And this is not just theory, it is coming from my personal experience. I would like to share with you. Few months back only, my sister was undergoing treatment for cancer and was in the middle of chemotherapy plus targeted therapy. One day, she suddenly developed severe stomach pain. Soon after, her kidney and lungs became infected. She was shifted from one hospital for a few days into another hospital. Doctors tried their best, but due to multiple health complications, diabetes, high BP, and a heart condition, her body stopped responding to the medicines. Her creatinine level shoot up to 8, and things looked critical. Somehow at that point, by the grace of God, we came across someone who had done deep research on the healing property of medicinal leaves. He suggested two powerful herbs, rosewood leaves and vasa leaves, both known for their anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Vasa in particular is especially effective in reducing lung inflammation and supporting the overall respiratory system. At a time when ventilator support seemed inevitable, we started giving her extract of these leaves. Remarkably, her immunity began to improve and her health slowly started stabilizing. The reason I share this story is simple. Our diet, especially during illness, must go beyond routine plate. They should include foods that heal. And in many cases, green medicinal leaves can offer the natural support when the body needs it most. Personal diet should be tailored to boost immunity and recovery. It moves beyond generic hospital food. That's what I want to convey. Now come to the segment 4, how Telco AI redefine infrastructure. Now let's talk about connectivity, the telco part of Telco AI. Home care over hospital stay. With 5G and AI working together, many patients won't even need to stay in the hospital. Think about it. Wearable can send your vital signs directly to the cloud and doctor can track your condition remotely in real time. So you are still getting hospital level monitoring but from the comfort of your home without all the stress. Remote consultation that feel real. The next generation of video call will be ultra clear and latency free with no lag and will even include real time transcription and translation. That means you can consult the best doctor no matter where they are, still feel like they are right there with you. This makes medical experience location agnostic. Now, take a look on the smarter hospital management. Inside hospital, AI connected to telecom networks can manage things like nurse scheduling, bed availability, infection control, and even emergency response, all in real time. It is not just about faster care, it is about smarter, more efficient care. Now, come to the segment 5, vision for the future. The vision is simple but bold. The right test at the right time, nutritious food that builds stronger immunity, proper rest that leads to faster recovery, and the right care at the right place, whether that's a hospital or your home. Let me quick break this down one by one. AI driven diagnostic. As we already discussed, imagine AI analyzing your vitals, your history, and your symptoms in real time, and then recommending only the test that actually matters. That means no unnecessary report, no unpredictable, just pure relevant care. Personalized diet planning, no more bland, generic hospital tray. AI can suggest food that boosts your immunity, rich in fruits, green leaves, and natural healing ingredients. It is time food become part of the treatment, not just a formality. Smart nurse scheduling. Ever been woken up 6 a.m. for a blood test while you are trying to heal? AI can solve that. It can schedule nurse visit based on what the patient is away, not when it is convenient for the system. Respect patient rates. AI can optimize care routine without disturbing healing. 5G power home care. There are many cases where patients don't need hospitalization. With wearable and 5G, your vitals can be monitored remotely. Doctors can consult live. You can get hospital grade care without hospital stress. Seamless telehealth experience. Talking on your doctor on a video call with real time AI support in the background will make remote care feel more natural, efficient, and above all, empathetic. And with 6G on the horizon, things are only going to get better. Just imagine this ultra high speed, zero lag video, so immersive. It feels like your doctor is right there in the room with you. You can see the doctor's hologram, lifelike presence, and maybe feel the sensation of a doctor's touch. That's the future we are stepping into, where distance doesn't dilute care. We are not just talking about faster and immersive network here. We are talking about redefining healthcare, making it smarter, more affordable, and truly patient centric. The future of medical care is not just about treatment, it is about wellness. And with Telco plus AI, the future is closer than we think. Now, come to the segment 6, the challenges. Of course, there are challenges we must overcome. Now, of course, there are challenges we need to address before Telco plus AI can truly transform healthcare. First up, data privacy and security. Medical data is extremely sensitive. Without strong safeguard, AI can actually do more harm than good. Then there's the issue of integration across hospitals. Right now, most hospitals operate in silos, meaning systems that can talk to each other smoothly and securely. Another big one, training medical staff. Doctor and nurse need to feel confident working with AI, not competing against it. That shift in mindset is crucial. Let's not forget affordability. Smaller clinics can't always afford high-end tech, so we need scalable, subsidized solution to make this accessible for everyone. And finally, perhaps the most important, we need a behavioral shift. Hospital must move away from a revenue-driven mindset and focus more on patient outcome. That's when real healing begins. Segment 7. What we need to do. To truly modernize healthcare, we need first policy framework supporting AI-driven test recommendations. Second, let's get government-funded pilot programs going, especially in rural hospitals, using 5G and remote care to make quality healthcare accessible everywhere. Third, hospitals need to adopt smart protocol that put patient comfort first. It is time we stop making patients for routine tests and start respecting their healing process. And lastly, let's integrate AI-driven nutrition and mental wellness into patients' recovery plan because healing is not just physical; it is emotional too. It is a call to action for hospital, government, and for innovators. Telco AI is not just about faster network; it is about smarter, more compassionate healthcare powered by intelligence and empathy. The hospital of the future won't have long queue, inflated pills, or very generic care. Instead, you will experience smarter diagnostic, personalized treatment, and recovery that happen faster, cheaper, and often from the comfort of your home. Healthcare is not just about machines and medicines; it is about care. And in this new era of telco AI, we finally have the tools to bring precision, personalization, and peace of mind to every patient's journey. Let's use technology not just to speed things up, but to bring humanity back into the healthcare. So, with that being said, it brings up to the end of today's episode. Thanks for tuning in to the this episode of 5G60 Pulse. If this resonated with you, share it with someone in healthcare or technology because the future is not just being imagined, it is being engineered. If you found this podcast valuable, just hit the follow button on your favorite platform to stay updated. Until next time, this is Modi Darani reminding you the future of healthcare is not just digital, it is intelligent, connected, and human. And as the music plays, take a moment to reflect on the today's insight and key takeaways from what we covered today. Thank you, God bless, and catch you in the next one. Bye.